Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And recently I started a series where I'd be attempting to name who I believe is the best player in every NFL franchise's history. Been going in alphabetical order, done the Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to put all these in a playlist so you can check them all out, especially as I go along. So, going in alphabetical order, today is the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens have been a franchise since 1996. Of course, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore. Cleveland Browns became a team once again. So the Ravens' history is by themselves. Now, 2 off seasons ago, I did a series, NFL Mount Rushmores, where I named the 4 best players in each franchise's history. Last offseason, I did it by position. So for all of these, I'm going to take a quick look at how who I put on those Mount Rushmores and if I would change them. I didn't change the first 2, but I will be changing this one. They're shown in alphabetical order. So as you see, Lamar Jackson is the first guy I have on there. He was not on it when I did it 2 off seasons ago, but after his second MVP, I had to include him. I know he hasn't necessarily had the most successful postseason career thus far, but I did have to throw him on there, and the guy I took off was Terrell Suggs, so consider him 5th. Ray Lewis, one of the standout linebackers in NFL history, really. Then we got Jonathan Ogden, just a mountain of a man at offensive tackle. Played 12 seasons with the Ravens, Pro Bowler in each of the last 11, and one of the best safeties of all time. Ed Reed, Hall of Famer, was named the 2004 Defensive Player of the Year. Some honorable mentions that I had included for the Ravens. Let me get to it. So we have, as I mentioned, Terrell Suggs. He was the biggest omission because I actually did originally have him on there. But otherwise, we have, let's get to it, Justin Tucker. Yes, he's a kicker, but man, maybe best kicker of all time once it's all said and done. Marshall Yonda, Chris McAllister, Peter Boulware, Mark Andrews, Joe Flacco, Haloti Ngata, Ray Rice, C.J. Mosley, Jamal Lewis, Todd Heap, Derek Mason, and Rod Woodson. But who do I consider the best player in franchise history? That would be Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, again, arguably the best middle linebacker in NFL history. Now, as I mentioned, I did my Mount Rushmores by positions. When I got to linebackers, I did include Ray Lewis on my Mount Rushmore, along with Lawrence Taylor, Dick Butkus, and Jack Lambert. But Ray Lewis, what a career he had. 17 seasons, all with the Ravens. Was selected with the 26th pick in the 1996 NFL Draft. 17 seasons from 1996 to 2012. The accolades are endless. 12-time Pro Bowler, 7-time first team All Pro. Was named the Defensive Player of the Year in both 2000 and 2003. Also a Defensive Player of the Year finishes of 3rd twice, 5th twice, and 6th. In 2000 was 5th in MVP voting. In 2003 was 6th in MVP voting. He led the league in tackles 3 times altogether. Had 13 seasons with over 100 tackles. Intercepted 31 passes in his career, 3 which he returned for touchdowns. Forced 19 fumbles. Recovered 20. 41 and a half sacks in his career. Just throughout his career was productive. Very little fall off as he went on. Won 2 Super Bowls with the Ravens, and they were pretty far apart in the 2000 and 2012 seasons. Altogether, in 21 games, Pro Football Reference credits him for 218 tackles in the 21 postseason games. Also picked off 2 passes and forced 6 fumbles. In his postseason career. First ballot Hall of Famer in 2018, Super Bowl 35, MVP, part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, all 2000s team. Ray Lewis is my GOAT Baltimore Raven player, their best player in franchise history. For all of these, I name whether I think any active players have a chance of toppling the guy I list as the GOAT for the team, or at least making, let's say, the Mount Rushmore. Now, there is one active guy on the Mount Rushmore, Lamar Jackson. Possibly, maybe could overtake Ray Lewis, but definitely would need minimum probably one Super Bowl win, if not two. Otherwise, Mark Andrews has been stellar at tight end, but this is such a stacked Mount Rushmore. I can't foresee him entering the top 4 Ravens of all time. Crazy how good their Mount Rushmore is when they've only been a franchise since 1996. But otherwise, hard to envision anyone making it. Justin Tucker was also an honorable mention, but I don't think I could put a kicker over any of these 4 guys. But let me know in the comments if you agree. Do you consider Ray Lewis to be the best Baltimore Raven of all time? Next, I will be doing the Buffalo Bills, so stay tuned for that. Remember, I have all these in a playlist. Check them out. I have all my NFL Mount Rushmores and other sport Mount Rushmores in a playlist. Check them out. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.